What's up, everyone?
What's up, Eddie?
How are you guys doing today?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Ed, because what did we just do?
We just did our I personally went to New York City to see David Gilmour.
Wait. You're getting way ahead of yourself.
Oh.
We just did the Eddie and the Heel
Pro
Wrestling Podcast.
Okay.
I'm Jay the Heel.
And I'm Eddie Rocks.
That is Eddie Rocks.
Yeah, true.
Eddie Mick Rocks.
Yes.
McDonald's.
So, what's up, everyone?
What's up, Eddie?
So, I'm here with Jay the Heel, the legend Jay the Heel.
I am the legend.
I just had to put that in. So, we are back. Well, yeah, we are back on my channel. And I'm going to talk to you all about something that I went to see. Very interesting this week.
That I didn't get invited to.
I went to see a legend. I'm going to use that word legend a lot. And a legendary group that I've never got to see in person, that I just got introduced to. And I don't know if you guys know about Pink Floyd out there, but
I do, Eddie.
I went to see the legendary David Gilmour of Pink Floyd. And it was one of the best, if not the best, shows that I've seen. For my first time seeing him in concert, I enjoyed the entire experience of seeing David Gilmour, the legend, the myth, the legend, the greatest singer in the world. And I've gotten to see him for the first time ever. And the whole presentation of the show itself, from start to finish, the opener, the video package that they had, the video wall, the lighting itself,
I bet,
was amazing. Like, it started off with just the beginning of the guitarist coming out telling everybody, hey, put away your cell phones, because they know that people really want to be on their cell phones at concerts. And he came out and said, look, I mean, I know how much you want to be on your cell phone, but they had, like he said, they have a great lighting package. You don't really need your cell phone light, because the arena was going to, in the second half, light up with strobe lighting and laser lights. That's what they were telling everybody when they first started the opener. When the guitarist came out and said, I'm going to be your guitarist for the night, and telling everybody, this is going to be a great show. Enjoy it. I know how much you want to be on your cell phone a lot, and you really can't be. So that was a great kickoff to the show. And then it went right into the first song, and they kicked it off, turned out the lights, and the intro started with all of them. And each of them came up from a different entrance. So it was half of the first crowd that came up to the first half of the band came up on this side, and then the other half came up on the other side. And it was very interesting.
So they put on a good show, huh, Ed?
Yes, they put on a great 100% show. But something I seen that surprised my dad and got my dad a little emotional was there was this person in a wheelchair that really enjoyed the show. And I don't know what happened, but it seemed like the guy was allowed to go into the front and just stay there the entire show, which you could see this guy. He was in a wheelchair, had a great time. You could just see the expression on his face.
That's great.
He was enjoying it, and it was just like, it was cool to see that this guy that, I don't know if it was Pink, if it was the people that worked there that were being so nice to him, but they allowed him to be in the front the entire show, like from start to finish. Like he did not move, which I thought was very nice of the NYC security to let him be in the front the entire time of the show.
That's interesting. That's really cool. Very nice. It's a really nice thing. Perhaps it was Make-A-Wish. Perhaps it was something that was already predetermined. But no, that's really awesome. That would have been an awesome opportunity for anybody, but what a special moment for somebody like that to have that experience right up there. Just, I can only imagine.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, being in New York City was a great thing.
With your dad.
Yeah. Seeing the Big Apple, seeing Madison Square Garden, which I've been there.
Yeah.
So that was a great moment. To see everybody, to just walk out from the train station.
How was the train ride up?
Oh my God. It was fun, exciting, because we took a SEPTA, well, not SEPTA, but the speed line up there, which did not make as many stops as the other ones made.
Yeah.
It only made 2 stops, and we got to New York with no problem. So it was great being in New York City. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the Big Apple. I mean, it was just seeing all the glitz and the glamour and the people there was just interesting.
That's cool.
There's a lot of traffic, of course, because that's New York. People were beeping, and it was just like they say New York City is a city that never sleeps. That's really Vegas, but not New York. But okay. But overall, it was a great time. And would I want to go back to New York for a show? Yeah, because I actually enjoyed being in New York, and it was fun, and it was a different experience than being in the Wells Fargo Center in Philly.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot more steps and a lot more elevators in the Madison Square Garden than you do in Philadelphia.
Really?
At the Wells Fargo Center.
Never been to MSG. But maybe one day. I've trained up in New York City, trained martial arts, some great experiences up there in New York City. An amazing city, although I'm not a big city person. I don't like the clutter. There's just too much traffic. But for something like that, I definitely would have taken that hike. But like I said, I wasn't invited. Eddie, why didn't you invite me, Eddie?
I don't know. I mean, that would be cool for me and my broadcast partner to go to New York together.
There you go. Maybe we'll have to take that trip, do a live show from New York City.
Yes.
We shall see. We'll see what happens.
That would actually be fun.
Yes.
To take the train up there and hang out together.
So, while we do a quick rundown, WWE stuff, I know that everyone wants to hear from Eddie about WWE because it is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yes.
And Eddie loves it. We got some great stuff here. I'm going to run it down. We'll talk about it after. I'm going to go right from SmackDown, Crown Jewel, and to Raw. And Eddie's going to just give you his little spiel on all of it.
Yes,
so,
pretty much.
Last Friday night SmackDown, that was the night before the Crown Jewel. We had headliners. We had Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Gunther and Ludwig. Not a match, but just craziness going on there. The eventual collision of all of them guys is going. We had Io Sky, Bianca Belair. We had Lash Legend and Piper Niven in a match. We had Io Sky coming out with the victory. We had the Bloodline back, Jimmy J and Roman. We'll talk a little bit about that too. Naomi and Bayley versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Unfortunately, Indy is no longer with WWE.
True.
We had the start off SmackDown. We had the Street Profits being defeated by Pretty Deadly. And from what I remember, the Street Profits were not very happy about that.
No.
Let me know what you thought about Friday Night SmackDown, Ed.
Friday Night SmackDown was amazing from start to finish. The opener, the closer, the Street Profits, I feel bad because it's like they really need a push, and WWE's just not giving them a push. I don't know what's going on, but WWE needs to give the Street Profits a push. And like they said, we want the smoke, and they need something. The Street Profits, I don't know what it is, but they need something. They need a push. They need help. I don't know what it is that can make the Street Profits be the greatest tag team and to get them to that next level.
Yeah. We'll see about that. I don't know. It looked like there's a little bit of tension going on with the Street Profits. Kind of reminds me of what's going on with the New Day, but we shall see what happens with that. Huh? Any other comments about SmackDown?
Well, we had the headliner. We had Randy Orton and Ludwig Kaiser and all that. It wasn't really a match per se. It was a brawl because of the Crown Jewel pay-per-view that happened. So it was a very interesting segment.
Yeah, it is like a precursor of what was going to be happening at Crown Jewel and Raw. So if you want, we can jump right into the results from Crown Jewel, which was in Saudi Arabia, first time ever. What an interesting way to make transitions and open up to different parts of the world and give people in other parts of the world the opportunity to see some of these WWE wrestlers. Very surprised about Saudi Arabia, but I think it's a great way to extend the olive branch, a great way to bring the world together. So it's very exciting. We had the Monday Night Raw also in Saudi Arabia after Crown Jewel, but we're gonna let's just rig it down here. We had Cody Rhodes versus Gunther, with the victory going to Cody Rhodes, becoming the unanimous or the undisputed Crown Jewel champion. We had Liv Morgan coming out with a victory over Nia Jax to retain and become the first women's Crown Jewel champion ever. We had a three-way match, LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, and Andrade for the Intercontinental Championship. We had LA Knight pulling out the victory and retaining his belt. We had Jade and Bianca, Piper, Chelsea, Lash and Chikara, and Io and Kairi, the Damage Control, with Jade and Bianca retaining their titles. We had Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins. We had Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens, which ended up in a no contest. We had Roman and the Usos versus Solo, Tama, and Jacob. What did you think about the Crown Jewel? Lay it down.
The Crown Jewel, the kickoff to Crown Jewel, the opener of the Bloodline, and all that was a great opener to kick off the night. To have the Bloodline versus Bloodline storyline.
I'll be right back.
To have those two going at it was just amazing. And just fun and exciting. And to have those two going at it, to have the Bloodline and all that match happening was great.
Let's go.
To see those two going at it was just amazing. To have the Bloodline to kick off the night was great. To have Tama Tonga Loa, and all them to go after each other was amazing to see Roman Reigns go at it was amazing. To see all these guys go at it was just fun and exciting. To see the Bloodline Civil War, that's what it was, a Bloodline Civil War going on between the two members, which honestly was great.
I apologize, everybody, for the technical difficulties going on around my domain here. I'm sorry, Eddie. Continue what you're saying. And I rudely interrupted you because that's what heels do. We make chaos.
So I was talking about the Bloodline Civil War between those two, between the new Bloodline and the old Bloodline. Which honestly, there was a misstep in that.
Sami Zayn?
It was before.
Crown. Oh, okay.
Before the Sami Zayn incident, apparently there was a misstep with one of the Usos trying to save Roman from getting pinned.
Really?
Yeah, which when I heard that, I was shocked that there was a misstep in that.
Really?
Yeah. Which I thought was kind of weird and just like.
Let me plug this in the way we don't fall out of power.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. Technology and electricity.
Yes.
There we go. Hello? Think we lost.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened there?
I don't know.
Can anybody hear us? Can you hear us? There we go.
We're back.
There we go.
We are back. So, anyway, back to whatever we were talking about with the Bloodline and that whole situation, and it was So anyway, there was a misstep between Jimmy or Jay, one of the two, misstepped and kind of was supposed to break up the pinfall. And took a little too late to break up the pinfall of Roman Reigns.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, which was interesting because they talked about it, and it was just like there was a little delay in that. Apparently, I don't know why, but
that's crazy.
There was. From what the reports were saying, that's what I was hearing.
Oh, well. We know that there is this is going to be dragging out between the Usos, Roman, Sami, Solo, the rest of the new bloodline. It's going to be it's going to be something else coming up because where are the lines going to be drawn? What is going on in Roman's head? That's the question. And I knew